Today we're going to be destroying Dullahan level 4 body armor, but this one is going to be unlike any body armor test you've ever seen. Right here we have the body armor. Let's get shooting. And this optic is from Primary Arms, and the SIG P322 is from Firearms Depot. It fell over, but I'm not seeing any pass through. 15 rounds of 22 and absolutely nothing passed out the back. So that was 15 rounds of 22, but what are we gonna be throwing at this Dullahan body armor today? We already did the 22, but we're gonna be throwing some shotgun slugs, some green tip 5.56, some regular old 308, but this is where things get interesting. Out of the 12 gauge, we're gonna fire some Dragon's Breath to see if we can catch this thing on fire, along with the armor piercing incendiary 12 gauge round from FireQuest. But then we got something a little extra spicy. We have a black tip 308 that we're going to be slinging at this body armor. So let me show you what this black tip 308 does before we shoot it at the body armor. Here we have a solid chunk of AR500 steel. Let's place the AR500 steel right here and shoot one round of black tip 308 at this bad boy. And our target is right here. Yeah, we flipped the bucket. Let's go see the damage. Take a look at this. We clipped the edge, but it punches clean through. These black tips are no joke. They have a tungsten core, which is harder than any hardened steel you could find. That also makes them very expensive. So now we've given ourselves the perfect hole to hang the steel, which had no hole before. So now that we know what this will do, let's start slinging rifle calibers at this thing. And that's what level 4 is. It's meant to be hit by rifle rounds. If you can see in there, there's a thick layer of ceramic which disintegrates the bullet into multiple pieces, and then it gets caught by the plastic that's backing it. So let's go straight to green tip 5.56, which has a hardened steel core. You can see that's right where we're gonna place this thing. And honestly, the fact that it can stop this caliber alone, this 5.56, is very impressive. The fact that it can stop a 308 is even more amazing. And if it can stop the 308 black tip, that is what will knock my socks off. 5.56, firing. Saw the bucket move at the back. This should be interesting. And we hit close to where all the 22 hit as well, which gives it the best chance at passing through. This right here is what we're seeing from the body armor. And if you take a look, we're not getting any pass through. So it looks like the ceramic is doing its job. Even with the green tip, which has a hardened steel core, it's not making a dent. Now let's throw a regular round of 308 at this bad boy. That thing got absolutely slammed. Take a look at this. We absolutely ripped the top because I hit so close to the edge, which normally doesn't count as a qualified strike against these plates. But even though I did, and it ripped the top, we got no pass through with the 308. They're massive chunks of the ceramic falling out though. So if we're gonna get a legal hit with the black tip, we're gonna have to hit down here at the bottom. And you might be able to see the slight white line around here. I actually drew that on this plate to give me a better place to aim. The Dullahan Innovations body armor, the ceramic starts at this white line, and anything beyond that is simply the special material that it's backed in, or the foam around the edge. So when you're measuring to get the right size of body armor for yourself on how much coverage you want, take that into account. There's about 3/4 of an inch on the edges that's just foam and not the ceramic. And this level 4 type armor is the same type of armor that I have in my carrier right now. So let's go set this up and shoot some black tip 308 at it. And then we're gonna be shooting the Dragon's Breath, armor piercing incendiary, and those should do some serious damage. Black tip 308, let's go. That flipped the bucket. It's not looking so good for the black tip. Or rather the body armor, because it's totally looking like it got flipped. Let's take a look at this. I nailed it right here, about an inch away from this white line that I was talking about, where there's no ceramic. And again, it totally ripped. And this is where it hit right here and nothing came out. So it ripped the fabric, but this body armor would have stopped the black tip. That is absolutely incredible. I did not expect to see that at all. We're gonna put away this 308 and move to the 12 gauge, but a huge thank you to Firearms Depot for sending this our way. Definitely check them out if you're looking for firearms. And remember, we're also gonna be doing this armor-piercing incendiary round, but I really just have to show you this Dragon's Breath first. This is a flaming round with a tiny bit of birdshot on top. And we're gonna be placing this in this G-Force Arms AR-12. This is a very cool gun, and on top we've got a red dot sent to us by Bushnell. We've really got to back it up here to see the full effect of this Dragon's Breath round. All right. Whoa. That was a bit of a fireworks show. Now we're gonna sling this at the Dullahan Innovations body armor to see if we can catch it on fire. I bet that's something they don't try and rate it for. Full disclosure, I haven't sighted this optic by Bushnell in yet, so hopefully it's on target. And before I shoot, I do have to say, this thing has chunks of aerated magnesium in it, so at this point blank range, it should stick into the body armor quite a bit. It might even come flying back. So I'm gonna shoot it at a slight angle here, so I'm not in the way. That was crazy. It's hard to tell with all the mud around it, but the ground is absolutely burned with that magnesium. Many of those pellets hit right on, and it didn't seem to catch on fire like we've seen when we shoot tracer ammo from the 50 BMG. Overall, that round is very impressive, and I'm more impressed that this thing didn't light on fire. Let's sling some armor-piercing incendiary 12 gauge ammo at this thing to see if it can stop it. Okay, this is exactly how I'm finding this body armor. I've upgraded my gloves a little bit. It's a little bit chilly out here in case you couldn't tell. And this I'm finding on the ground is the slug itself. Oh my goodness. So the slug has crushed more of the ceramic than any of the other rounds. In fact, I don't know if there's gonna be much of anything else left, but this is the slug right here. And if you look up close, you can see that we got absolutely no pass through, but it sure did warp this thing more than any other round as well. So now that this thing has been hit multiple times, you know that we are gonna destroy this thing no matter what. It seems like there is a crush of ceramic inside, but there's no more solid pieces after that shotgun slug. So we're gonna hit it with some more 308 to see if just the plastic backing can stop a 308, which it shouldn't. That type of soft armor shouldn't be rated for 308, so ideally we're gonna get some pass through on here. This thing, man, we're sure putting it through the ringer. Another round of regular 308, here we go. Yeah, I don't know if it stopped that. And a huge thank you to Two Birds Outdoors for supplying the ammo in this video. Definitely check out Two Birds Outdoors if you guys are looking for some very good priced ammo. The day I got this, it was the cheapest 308 you could buy anywhere, hands down, and that's after you calculated in shipping, so a huge thank you to them. So this is where we hit right up top where there is absolutely no ceramic. It's literally just the plastic, and this is what we're getting on the outside. We got a rip and a clearly defined hole right there where the 308 passed through. Again, that was regular 308, but you shouldn't be expecting this armor to stop 308 after it's been hit so many times with such brutal rounds. This is much more than anything else should be hit with, but this will definitely still stop 9mm and 22, even after the ceramic has been destroyed. But let's put it this way, if you get hit this many times by those types of rounds, I think it's kind of your fault at that point. And it's not up to the armor to protect you. You're just being an idiot. So don't get shot multiple times. I wonder though, should I? Nah. We'll save that one for later. So impressively, this body armor by Dullahan Innovations can in fact stop 308 black tip. This is Israeli TZ80 if you guys know anything about what that means. This is some very tough stuff. It's not on the light side, but it's not meant to be. It is level 4 armor. So thank you to Dullahan Innovations, G-Force Arms, Two Birds Outdoors, and Firearms Depot for making this happen. These are expensive videos I wouldn't be able to do by myself, so it's amazing that they were able to supply the material for this. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll be coming out with another video soon. See you next time. Civilian Tactical out.